Hey guys, saw that nobody was on. Thought I'd jump on. Anybody wants to come in and hang out, by all means. Oh, hey Marty, buddy. I just saw nobody was on. Thought I'd come on, see what's going on. Just got done finishing up my Blend-A-Geddon blends. Got them bottled up and ready to go. That's what those are right there. Yeah, no problem. Safe and sound. That's for sure. So I'm actually drinking one of the blends. Actually, it's what I'm calling my 1776 blend. I'm not going to tell you what's in it, of course. That will be making its debut at Blend-A-Geddon. Hey Isaiah, how you doing, man? Just saw nobody was on. Thought I'd jump on. Here, I'll pin that. I don't know if you guys want to jump on. By all means, jump in. Let's chat. Talk to you a little bit about the crazy freaking pot of gold I found this week. Unreal. I'm telling you, that's a killer blend. The other blend I did was it's called the Storytime Monster Blend. That one, that's going to go in the Frankenstein category. Hey Scott, how you doing, buddy? Just wanted to hang out. Like I said, didn't see anybody on, so we can talk a little whiskey, talk a little life. I did manage to pick up, oh, you know what? I need to go grab that actually. An interesting rye from a Virginia distillery that just celebrated their 8th anniversary called Silverback. And they release these special small releases that they call the Alpha series. And I found out it's leftover. So they have a barrel program. It's actually pretty cool. And then if somebody says, oh, I only want half the barrel, and it's an aged barrel, say 5, 6, 7 years, whatever, then they'll take the remainder if it's good. If it's good, go ahead and bottle it up and then release it as an Alpha series. And I'll tell you, their Alpha series is pretty good. So the one that I picked up was a 7-year rye. It's a 70-20-10 rye, and it's a 7-year, 7-year rye. So I need to go get that actually. Man, this blend though. So the blend I'm drinking right now is my, I'm calling it the Storytime 1776 blend. For any of those, if you guys didn't catch that. So what are you guys doing up this late? I thought Cheech was supposed to be going on. I thought I saw a thumbnail for him, but I guess he's not. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe my thumbnail was off. Damn. I don't know if any of you guys are doing the Blend-A-Geddon, but this is a pretty good blend. Pretty good freaking blend. So let's see if I get so I can send this picture for those of you who may or may not have seen what I was lucky enough to stumble across. Sorry, I got to email it to myself. Oh, is he going on at 1? So I thought I saw a thumbnail for him, but I got to be honest. I went to his channel. It's not there. So I'm wondering. Okay, no, there it is. It says it's late night hangout. Okay, so he's coming on an hour. All right, good deal. Now it popped up, but I went to his channel and it wasn't there. So, that's a late one. Man, oh man. So listen, after I win the blend again, y'all, I will put out the recipe for this one for sure. This one I'll put out too. I don't know that this one's going to win. It's a damn good blend. It really is a damn good blend. But in the Frankenstein category, you can get some really, you know, crazy stuff. And I didn't put anything. I tried to keep from putting anything like overly expensive or hard to find or anything like that. I kept it pretty much basic stuff. All stuff that most of you can get your hands on. Hey, Dan OB. Oh, man. Dang it. That is so good. Oh, that cheers was for Marty. It wasn't for me. Or are you just saying hey to Marty? J Max, what's up, buddy? Hey guys, just kind of killing some time before Cheech goes on. It says he's going on at 1, I guess. Like if you go to his channel, the thumbnail was gone. It wasn't there. So, but it's out there now. So, by the way, Mike Franklin, good evening, buddy. Oh man, that would have been awesome, Jeffrey. So, for those of you just joined, I saw a few of you come in. I'm drinking my Blend-A-Geddon blend. One of them, this one. It's I'm calling it the 1776 blend. And then the other blend, and I just got done putting these all together. Hey, Tony Two Toes. This one's my Story Times Monster. This is going to go in the Frankenstein category, of course. And then, of course, 1776. That's going to go in the American. Both of these blends, all of you could do. That's the crazy thing. And I'm telling you right now, they may or may not win. They're going to do well. And if they don't do well, then it's rigged. I would blind these against some of the top whiskeys you can think of, and they would do quite well. At least for me. At least for me. And I guess that's all that matters because I'm the one doing the blend, right? I don't know if any of you guys are doing blend again. I hope you are. Like, what a fun experience. The more we get people involved and stuff like that, the more educated this community is going to be on what you can do and what value in whiskey is. And so like Marty, you said a while back that you knew that this year was going to be the year of picks. How freaking cool is it if we can get to where one year, maybe next year, is year of the blends? People start blending their own special bottles to share at bottle shares and stuff, and that becomes a thing. Like, that would be freaking great. I just look forward to that. I think it would be freaking awesome. I did manage to stumble across a few great bottles this week. Let me open up this picture. I will share said picture. Oh, look at that. Look at that, y'all. So, great story, actually. The only bottle, well, I'll take it. There's two bottles there that I did not get at that. So there's one store, got the bulk of those, and then two other stores, I got the Russell's 13 and the Wilderness Trail 8. Wilderness Trail 8 I had before. What's good Lord, it's escaping my mind now. Brought it to Friday at Fred's. Anyway, one of the guys brought it to Friday at Fred's, and I am so sorry if you're even in live stream. I don't know who it is, but for some reason maybe it's because I've been drinking my blends. Anyway, that Wilderness Trail 8 is way better than the Wilderness Trail 6, which I also liked, but that 8 really comes in a lot better. It's not a a game changer or anything like that, but it's a solid bottle. 8 years, around 70 to 80 bucks, bottled in bond. It's pretty solid. Then I went into another store. I found that Russell's 13 behind like a little plastic, like I don't know, like a case, if you will, but it was like a little flip up plastic thing. They had that. They had another bottle I probably should have grabbed too, but I'm not, I'm not trying to be that guy. But anyway, I got that Russell's 13, which last year's Russell's 13 I wasn't like a super fan of. It was okay. I liked it, but I wasn't like, man, it wasn't worth all the hype, because I feel like a lot of the Russell's picks are a lot better, to be quite honest, than the Russell's 13. This year's Russell 13, at least the batch that I got, holy crap, that one's worth the hype. And I got it for like 120 bucks or something like that. So it was a no-brainer. I was on it. So anyway, I'm driving. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I've been running myself ragged. I was on the road all day today too. I'm driving up to Lexington, and then right outside of Lexington, I hit this gas station, and there's this little store close by. So I go in this store, and it's like a dirty 7-Eleven. Like the little sticky tile floors, the drink coolers around the perimeter of the room. There was a couple electronic slot machines down this little, like, very narrow hallway thing. And in the center was a whole bunch of wine. Then there was a counter. There's a bunch of, tobacco products. And then behind the counter, there was like some bourbon and scotch and some stuff like that. And seeing how I ran into the Russell's 13, I was like, hey, just checking to see if maybe you guys got a Russell's 13. Lady starts looking around behind the counter. She's like, I haven't seen that bottle. I said, well, it kind of looks like this, whatever. And she's looking around, and she starts pulling stuff out of this cabinet, like, that's like the counter. And then there's like these little cabinets, or, she's opening cabinets and pulling bottles out, looking around and trying to find it. And she takes out this one bottle, sets it on the counter. I look at it, I'm like, it's a WLW. It's like, William LaRue Weller? Are you kidding me? A BTAC? Do you have a BTAC? I'm like, hey, I'm kind of curious. Will you sell that to me? And what's the price? And she says, yeah, we'll sell it to you. And she goes over and scans it, and the price was $2,500. I was like, what the? That's messed up, right? So secondary prices. I'm like, dude, I said, that is really, really high. I said, you guys can't do any better than that? And she goes, well, I can give you 10% off. And I'm like, well, I said, that's just really too high, And she was super nice. And she was a younger girl, and her I think it's her husband. Her and her husband, were running the store. And so I kind of started inquiring a little bit more, and then she pulled out some more bottles. She pulled out a Kentucky Owl Batch 8 bourbon. She pulled out an Eagle Rare 17. The Eagle Rare 17 was like 1800, or yeah, 1800 bucks. I didn't check the Kentucky Owl Batch 8 because, to be quite honest, I don't like Batch 8 as much as I like Batch 9. So I wasn't really interested. Well, then she goes on to tell me, she's like, look, I can't do any better on pricing because we just bought the store a week and a half ago. And so we assumed all the inventory at the system price less 25% so we can make markup on it. So like that WLW, they paid $2,500 less 25%, which is going to be what, $300, $600? Yeah, $600. So I could have got it for like maybe 1,900 or something. But anyway, so she's trying to understand, wrap my head around what had happened and what I just witnessed. She starts pulling out all these other bottles. She pulls out a Michter's 10-year bourbon. I said, yeah, I'm kind of curious. What's your prices on these? And oh, that was $300. I mean, that's double retail. It's not horrible, because that's a hard one to find, and they're not even releasing one this year. But the Michter's 10, not my jam for $300. Then she pulled out the E.H. Taylor barrel proof. She had two. She had Batch 8 and Batch 9. I said, how much are those? And she goes, oh, they're scanning them. She goes, oh, they're $250. Okay, I'll take those for $250. That's not horrible, right? That's way below secondary. Good bottles. So they're sitting on the counter. Then a guy comes walking in. It was obvious he had just finished his work day. He had a case of Coors Light, had a welder's hat on, and he looked over at the two E.H. Taylors that were sitting on the counter. Hey, Aaron. And he goes, how much are you charging for those? I'm like, well, I'm actually already buying those. He goes, oh. But I was like, you know what? You want one of those, it's yours. They're charging $250. I said, that's a steal. If you ask me, I'd buy it. He goes, man, thank you so much. He goes, I owe you a pour now. I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. So when you're at work tomorrow and you're under the hood, you're welding, you just think about this day, and then you make sure you share that bottle with somebody and you enjoy it. And so that was really cool. So there's kind of your bourbon karma, right? But I did give him Batch 9 because I like Batch 8 better than 9. So anyway, so then she pulls out the George T. Stagg. I'm like, oh man, that's going to be like the WLW, right? $2,000, $2,500, whatever the hell it was. And I said, just out of sheer perversion, let's go ahead and scan that. She scans it. It was like $800. I'm like, for 800, I'll buy that for 800 because I don't see it. Number one, and number two, secondary. It's half a secondary. I'll say that's good. So I bought it. And then I asked her about Michter's stuff. I was like, hey, do you have any of the, I was looking for the barrel proof rye or any of the toasted. Well, she pulls out a toasted bourbon and she pulls out the barrel strength rye. She scans the toasted bourbon. It's $400. I'm like, holy crap, secondary prices, right? Scans the barrel strength rye. It's $115. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take the barrel strength rye. Put the oven back. She's still digging around again. The whole time she's looking for the Russell 13, by the way. So she's still pulling shit out. She pulls out that old Carter. I'm like, oh, I will take that old Carter. She goes, I haven't even scanned it. I say, I don't care. I will take it. I know you're going to come in around $200-300. I know what that's going to be. She scanned it. Sure enough, it was $299. Well, lo and behold, it's American Batch 1. Batch 1. Like, unfreaking real. Hey, David Bates, how you doing? So, yes, 100% take that. And then I was like, okay. Oh, she pulled out, this is what's crazy. She pulls out Stagg Juniors. She has 16, was it 16 or maybe she had 17 and 18, I think is what she had. So the one without the junior, she had that one, and then the last one was, I think it was 17. Pulls them out, scans them, $400. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are like, it just doesn't make any sense, right? Like the old Carter, $300, that Michter's barrel strength, 150, the GTS, 800, and the EH Taylor 250, and then you got these other bottles that are just out of the world. So then I asked her, I said, well, do you have any birthday bourbon? Because hey, why not, right? I said, I explained the bottle. She didn't know shit about bourbon. So I'm explaining stuff to her too, by the way, as this is going on. And I explained what the bottle looks like. It's like a squatty bottle with the thing or whatever. She goes, yeah, I don't see any of those. She goes, do you know anything about these? And she pulled out that King of Kentucky. I'm like, oh yeah, King of Kentucky, I'm in. I said, I'm scared to death to see what that freaking price is, right? Yeah, Ben, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I am jealous of, like, it literally 100% right time, right place. So anyway, so I'm thinking, okay, WLW was 2,500. These King of Kentuckys, I know they sell for around that, up to $3,000-$4,000. She scans them, $360. I'm like, holy shit. Well, she scans one, $360. I'm like, yes, I will take that, 100%. And I said, just out of curiosity, do you have any more? She goes, yeah, I've got another one down there. Scan it, $360. So I'm like, oh my God, right? So I'm in heaven. At this point, I'm like doing everything I can to, like, hey, let's get these rounded up so I can get the hell out of here before anybody else starts walking in, starts asking questions. I did tell her, yeah, exactly, Bender, exactly. I did tell her, I was like, look, I will help you find people that because I know people that'll pay those crazy secondary prices for the BTAC stuff that she had. The problem is she can't really sell it for much cheaper because, like I told you guys, she bought that thing as an asset price less 25%. So she can't just take it on the chin. So so I said, hey, I'll get back in touch with you, which I'm going to do on Monday, and try and connect her with some people. I know she's got more. I know they've got more bottles. I know they've got more stuff. Like I said, I kind of, at this point, I mean, when the King of Kentuckys came out, I'm not gonna lie, my blood pressure probably shot up through the fucking roof, and I was doing everything I could not to signify the fact that I was like blown away. So anyway, long story short, it was a great haul. Great haul. Very unusual. It's one of those kind of once in a lifetime things. Yeah, and that's the thing. So they did get their 25% because I wasn't going to try and negotiate, even though she was willing to give me 10% off. I was like, no, like, that's fine. I paid a little more for the Stag than I probably should have. But again, they're not going to be releasing a GTS this year either because they had tainted barrels. So last year and this year, there will be no GTS. So I felt like at $800, I was worth it. Yeah, you're not wrong. But I literally have, and again, people, it was like weird because the time I was there, it was just starting to get busy, and I was like, I felt really rough. I'm like, man, I want to get these things. I want to get out of here before people go bananas, right? So, oh my gosh. Oh, is it? uh, who is this? Oh, is this J Max? Did you just text me? Hey, Jason, buddy, I haven't seen you forever, man. Like, how you doing, bud? You want to come on and chat with me for a little bit? We got a little bit before. Jay, good response, J Max. Got a little bit before Whiskey Encore comes on, Cheech. So So I fill some time. And fair enough, we got what, 15, 16 people. So yeah. So yeah, it was just a really cool hunting story. Like, and I'll be really honest, I'm not really excited about hunting because it's gotten so ridiculous where you run into shit like $2,500 WLWs, and I see them, and I've seen them often at those prices. It just drives me freaking nuts. But it's always cool when you walk in and you just have, like, again, a perfect place at the perfect time, and really excited about what I was able to get my hands on. I did, like I said, also today I stopped at a distillery called Silverback in Virginia. Is it Ashton, Virginia, or Afton? Right outside of Charlottesville. Great little place. It's a mother-daughter distillery that celebrated their 8 years Saturday. And so I had to go by there, and I tried the rye. It's a 7-year, like I said, 7-year rye. And so I managed to buy 6 bottles. So I'm going to be giving one of those away, not tonight, but probably soon. Anyway, holy shit, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Shane?
I like your shirt.
Thanks.
No one likes to drink alone, my friend.
That's right.
So I'm drinking a little bit of my my Blendageddon blend.
Oh,
it's
nice.
my 1776 blend.
Little magic. Did you drop that off in person?
What's that?
Did you drop it off in person?
No. No. And here's the other one. I've got to actually ship these out.
Oh, so, you just finalized it.
Yeah, I did them tonight. I did a little tweaking to my original concept that Greg McDonald is familiar with. He knows
what's the deadline on those? It's coming up like in a week, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the blend is.
Shit. I really wanted to do one this year. I've been slacking.
Dude, I wouldn't bother because I'm telling you, these are fucking fire. This one is this one's going to go in the Frankenstein blend. I don't know if you can see. It's you know what?
Storytime Monster.
Yeah, Storytimes. It's called Storytimes Monster. Let me. I'll show the actual graphic. You guys don't get to see it as it was intended because it's in color, but my label printer that I used for it is black and white. So let me open this bad boy up.
Dude, I seen a Heaven Hill 17 today.
Wow, where at? At a store?
$1,500 at a store.
At a store?
Yeah, fucking Nevada Lee's
store. In Nevada, that's why. Yeah. What are you doing in Nevada?
I had to take my kids out. They're going to see their grandparents in Reno for a week, so.
Oh, okay.
Got to go drop them off, which was awesome.
Nice.
And sad a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so here's what that label was supposed to look like, but I can't do color on it on that one.
Nice.
And then my second label is that one.
There we go.
Yeah.
What's up, James Morgan? Cheers, buddy.
Heck yeah. So look, there's no doubt that Will's blend is going to be a monster. I know last year he got second place with his blend.
What's up?
So
Busey?
I can't hear anybody.
Where have you been, Busey? I've been missing you.
What the hell happened to your beard?
Yeah, where's your beard, bro?
What the fuck?
You can't hear us.
I can hear you now. What's up, guys?
What happened to your beard?
It got hot, so I trimmed a little bit off.
A little bit, dude. That's like
8 inches. Yeah.
That's what she said.
Nice.
Dude, that's almost slap shot. You almost shaved that shit all the way off there.
I thought about it for a minute, but I showed it to my kid, and as soon as she opened her bedroom door, she looked me in the face and said, "Nope," and closed the door.
That's enough. That's enough, Dad.
That's all.
Yep. There you go. Little Game of Thrones Talisker.
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go. How's your August been, Jason? Missing you, bud.
Oh, old. That birthday was rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I dropped one of my twins off at college last week.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I got one kid left in high school, and that's it.
Nice.
Mine just started high school.
Yeah,
I'm not happy about that.
not me. I mean, I do have grandkids now, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, I love my granddaughter. She's at that age that's freaking fantastic. She's just smart and talks, and is very inquisitive. My grandson just kind of lays there and goo-goos and gagas, which is cool too. But I'm anxious for him to be big enough so we can go out and play catch and stuff, and I can throw a football at him really hard, knock him off his feet and shit.
Yeah, chuck it.
Yeah, exactly. I want him to pay for.
Teach him to prank grandma.
That's right. Hey, J Max, how you doing, buddy?
Who is this guy next to me here? I don't recognize.
Oh, that is GQ's sexiest man of the year.
Yeah, for 1976.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to say what year. But
Cheers, Greg McDonald.
yeah, Greg.
Good to see you, man.
Mark Emenecker, are you starting off, or where are you at in your course tonight? Before I would tell you ST1 or ST3.
Blend them.
Yeah, you can do that too, which is freaking fantastic as well.
It's a good blend.
Oh man, dude, I
It's been
gotta
a
tell
long
you,
time since I had Pete.
Pete.
Yeah.
Never heard of her.
I will be shocked if these don't at least go.
There you go, J Max. Rocking the ST1, right?
3, I think.
Is
You're
it 3?
probably right. 1. You're right. 1.
He's like, I know. I'm on that bottle.
You've had a few.
Just a couple.
Oh, which one of the twins? It actually is ST1. It would be. He's the one that's older by 5 minutes. He went to college on a wrestling scholarship, so that's going to be pretty exciting.
Oh my. Where's he going?
Washington and Jefferson. In Washington, Pennsylvania, which is the birthplace or the home of the Whiskey Rebellion. If you don't
Very
know what the
nice.
Whiskey Rebellion is, go look it up. Great story, great history. Highly encourage you to dig in because it's pretty awesome. So I'm going to be there's a couple little distilleries there too that I'm going to be talking to about doing some fun stuff.
Everybody in chat, make sure you hit the like button, please.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Hit that like. Hit that.
Excuse me.
Give it a like, folks.
You see, this blend's good. I may not even send it to Blend Again. I may just send it to people and be like, hey, this shit's so good. Tell me what you think.
I call bullshit, Shane. I call bullshit.
It's Old Carter 5, isn't it?
I could
It's
come
just
with
Old Carter 5.
I could come up with a better blend in no time, dude.
I will tell you, so I did get that Old Carter Batch 1. That one is...
Is it pretty crazy?
Cracked it? You cracked that shit?
Yeah, I cracked it in Virginia. I cracked it there to
It's
try. And actually, I got to
pretty
taste it
amazing, huh?
before. What's that?
Pretty amazing.
Oh my god! So hey Joe, the thing about that batch 1 is the palate has more going on than like 5 and 6. Like 5 and 6, whichever one you want to say is better, I don't really care. But 5 and 6 are both very caramely, chocolatey, like desserty. 1 is the same, except there's a bunch of fruit in there too. So you get like some dark fruit or whatever, whatever bullshit term people want to use.
Way more complex.
Yeah, it's just got more going on. It is really, really, really good. I need to blind it against, my batch 5.
For sure.
Um,
If you got time tomorrow, come on Livewire and do it.
oh yeah, I could do that. Thanks, Joe.
I'm gonna be doing a blind too, just the at home blind. So
Yeah. Yeah, so Greg brought a point. Have you tried? Now, Greg knows that I've fucking tried batch 3. I don't know why he's asking that question. Because he's the one that has it, that I tried it in his house.
in his house. Come on, Greg.
Yeah, I need to get that from him. I think he's got both of them, batch 3 and 4. So I may need to have him bring over batch 3 and 4, and then I'll do a blind of 1, 3, 4, and 5.
Must have been really good if he's asking you if you had it or
There have been a couple times where he and I have done some time traveling.
not. No obtanium involved, huh?
What's up, Timmy
Hey, Tim
Evans?
Evans. Yeah, he's Greg's a good dude, man. Love that guy to death. He's a genuine guy.
Speaking of Tim Evans, my wife and daughter watched his movie last night, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where he was the bride's
Oh no!
brother.
Speaking of Tim Evans, I met up with Tim Evans on, was it Thursday, Tim? I think it was Thursday. He met me at Jepson's, or CH Distillery. I put my name on another barrel. We went back and tried some other things, and yeah, I'm just tell you right now, that cognac finish.
You're pretty sold on that Jepson's, huh?
Buddy, you cannot beat it. You cannot beat it.
I still have my twins unopened.
I've got another single barrel coming out that's even better. Probably the best thing. And I think Tim would agree, and I think Tyrus is the one that said it, the best thing they've ever tasted out of that warehouse. Single barrel coming out of there. That cognac finish, I keep saying it. I know you guys think I'm biased, and that's fine. It's fucking unreal.
You want to know what's crazier than having an unopened set of twins?
What's that?
I still have Thanksgiving and Christmas unopened.
Oh man. Oh, I've got that right here.
Shane, I need another set of twins, buddy.
I got you, bro.
It's not Lent or anything there, Busey. What are you waiting for?
People to share it with.
Fair enough.
That's a good. Hey, those are good bottles. Those are worth. Again, those are 156 is all we did of those. So that is by all definitions a very limited and special bottle. It's the same as Dragon Bones, right? I mean, if you got a Dragon Bones, a lot of people are drinking it because it's fucking great, and it is great. But there's only 109 of those. Now we're gonna do. Here's kind of some good news. I met with Nolan of Backbone this week as well. We're going to continue to do releases of Dragon Bones, but they're not going to be the same, right?
Can't be.
Yeah, can't be. Bourbon Santa loved the old Dragon Bones. How did Bourbon Santa get his hands on some old Dragon Bones? Good question. I'm kind of curious how that happened. Oh, you know what? The other one that kind of surprised me. We talked about what did I do with it? It must be down here. So I originally was playing. Oh, Whack gave it to him. Nice. Kalori really liked Old Dragon Bones so much so that he wanted to buy a bottle. So that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
So I originally wanted to do the Starlight port paired up with a Jepson's port, which I've got these bottled and cased. They're ready to go as well. This one, if you ask me, I think just beats the shit out of the Starlight one. And it's like $10 cheaper a bottle. And it's 2.5 years or 2 years older. To me, it's just wow. But that cognac, woo, so good.
Do you all know the age on the twin?
Yeah, 6 years, 4 months, 6 years. Yeah, 6 years, 4 months.
I think 6 to 8 years is a sweet spot for me.
I wouldn't disagree. However, the single barrel we're getting ready to release, which I'm not sure when that's gonna come out. That one's at 7 years, and I'm not lying. It's one of the one of the best MGP bottles I've ever tasted. It is really, really good.
This is not a bad 7-year bourbon either.
Not at all. Those Heaven Hill bottles and bonds, love those things. Nectar, I'm still working out timing. I also have 2 barrels at Backbone that are one's a 7-year light whiskey, one's a 5.5-year rye, 95.5 rye, sitting in Russian Imperial Stout beer barrels. I went and pulled the 3rd sample when I was at Backbone, and they are freaking going to be fire. So I think that's going to be the next Christmas Thanksgiving release. It'll be the rye and the light whiskey double pack for the holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Have you ever had? I think it's pronounced Opiden.
Yeah,
Have you had their Smoke and Sea?
I have not.
So it's their bourbon, and it's finished in Islay cask.
Mm.
So it's kind of a little bit like Campfire. It doesn't pick up the medicinal peat; it picks up more of the smoky peat. But that's really good. And I was wondering, with your connections at like Jepsum's, if they would be willing to experiment with something like that for you guys, like
So,
getting a used Isla barrel and finishing one of their bourbons in that.
yeah, Jepson's or CH and Storytime are working very well together. We'll probably continue to work very well together, and it's really interesting. I have such a good relationship with Tyrus. Pretty much, and Tim can attest to this because he's been there every time. We pretty much get free reign. They've shut off the single barrel program, and I was just in there and was able to put my name on barrels. So if that tells you, like, that's kind of the relationship we've got with them. It's really, really exciting. Allows us to do a lot of cool things. I've got some Cabernet barrels I'm trying to get from a distiller or a winery in Idaho. That's over there, that close to Will and Michelle's house. And hey, Sean, thanks for popping in. I'm going to send those to CH Distillery, and then I stopped at the brewery that I've got those 2 barrels that are sitting in Indiana now. I stopped at the brewery that gave me those barrels. They have 4 more barrels that are aging now that'll be done in November, and those are Elijah Craig barrels. And it's also Russian Imperial Stout. So when those get done, we're going to take those barrels, and they're either going to go, I'll either send probably 2 to CH and 2 to Backbone, or some combination therein.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you, and they do that Russian Imperial Stout. Dude, I had a bottle of it last night. Unbelievable. I just love that freaking beer. It is so damn good. So good. All right, can you guys talk for a minute? I'm going to go grab one of those silverbacks. I want to show you guys that bottle. It's really, really good.
I can always talk. What I have to say may not be interesting, but
All right, I'll be right back.
So what's going on with? Oh, shit took off too. Look at that. J-Max, it's you and me. What's going on, bud?
Oh, just enjoying a nice Saturday evening.
It's pretty nice out.
Oh man, the weather was perfect today. I think it's supposed to rain tomorrow.
Of course.
Always on the weekend.
Yep. We, well, I say we. My wife went to her family reunion today and brought home some pretty good food. including a peach cake her mom made that was just amazing.
Nice.
What do you got in your glass? Some of that Heaven Hill?
No, this here.
Oh, the twins?
Yeah, actually the ST1, and I prefer actually the other one, the ST3. But I was doing rye tonight. A lot of people call this one a rye, and I thought it would go better,
Gotcha.
and it does. It's smooth. Right? I like them both, honestly.
I don't know if I have any pure ryes left.
What's funny is I really like the Seagrass, and I do not like the Angel's Envy rye.
Gotcha. How is that silverback, Shane?
So it's really good. It's a 70-20-10 rye, 7 years old. It, like I said, it's a mother-daughter run distillery.
Yeah, I've been following them on Instagram for a while. I just have never been able to find their stuff.
Well, they're alpha. They have a really cool barrel program too. So I'm going to be checking in on that as well. But
yeah, I thought it was interesting that it's a mother-daughter.
Yeah, their Alpha series. So Blake Benson brought a bottle of their Alpha Blackback Bourbon, which is an Alpha series, up to Klein's when we were hanging out up there, and it was so freaking good. So I was like, oh, so I started digging around. They don't do distribution. You can only buy it through their distilleries.
Wow.
And they have 2 locations, one in Pennsylvania, one in Virginia. And
Silverback?
yeah, Silverback. And so I went in there today and picked up those 6 bottles. I called them yesterday, the day before. Actually, not today. Actually, whatever day it was. Friday, I called them and I said, hey, I'm going to be in your area on Saturday. Do you have any of that rye left? And he's like, yeah. He goes, I've got like about 12. He said, I said, how many you want? I said, I think like 4. He said, all right, I'll hold them back for you. But if you're not here by 1, which is an hour after we open, he said, I'm going to make them back available. I was like, no problem. I said, I'll be there. They still had like 8 when I got there. So I took 6 of them. They're only $3.75, but and apparently they're signed. I didn't realize they were signed. So that's kind of cool.
No, that's cool.
Yeah. But I did try it because I had the 4. I was like, he's like, did you want any more? I'm like, well, let me try it. I tried it. I was like, oh shit, it's really, really good. So I was glad I got there. $50 for a $3.75 for a craft distillery 7-year rye. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
They do a lot of low proof stuff too, but their blackback bourbon is really fantastic, and that rye is really good too. So,
Yeah, that's an interesting distillery. I'd like to try some of their stuff sometime because I have to make a drive.
Not to bring up a sore subject there, Jason, but I'm pretty amazed that you were able to ride it out when you had your encounter with the animal.
Yeah, no, that was. I think it's just because it was low speed.
Okay, all right, that helps.
Yeah, I was doing like 35, and
I'm thinking a lot of times when I see deer, I'm like 55 on a 2-lane somewhere.
Yeah, well, what was crazy was right before that, I had pegged out the bike at 120 to see how much I could get it. And
never done that in my life.
And then it wasn't even like 3 miles later, the deer came bouncing out. So good thing I shut it down when I did, because I wasn't even wearing like a full face helmet or my jacket. I was in like slacks and a t-shirt and a skull cap, and that's it.
Wow. So he just kind of glanced off you? Is that what happened?
It was in the air and it kind of spun out. It mainly hit my knee, but it hit the forks of my knee, and I veered a little bit, like almost into the ditch, and then pulled out, and it was all right from what I can remember.
Was it night? Was it dark?
Yeah, it was like 10:30, I think, or no, 9:30. 9:30. We got to the ER. I got home at 10. We got to the ER at 10:30.
Wow.
So
That's impressive, man. Glad you're all right.
yeah, it was a fun night. I was not in chaps, Joe. I only wear those for you, buddy. Oh.
Does that get you the Pappy Fireball?
Yep. Every time.
Yeah, I bet. Only burns a little at the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm drinking that port. That port that's really good too.
I haven't had a lot of port finish stuff. I wasn't crazy about the Bowman port.
Hey, Steve Burkow. Yeah, the Bowman port. It's a weird one. I think it needs to be older.
Is that it?
I think it needs to be older whiskey before it gets into the port. Yeah. It's really freaking.
I think that's a good rule for any finished whiskey. It should be
Yeah,
a little bit older before you throw it in something else.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. Like at least 6 to 7, if not 8 and 10, if you can pull it off.
The only thing I would caveat that with is if you are taking it from a new oak into an old bourbon barrel, like re-oaking it.
Yeah. Well,
I've seen.
You look at what we did with the old Dragon Bones. That's a 17-year-old or a 16-year-old that then we put in a new American oak barrel, Char 4. And that's what we're doing again. We're putting it, we got more of that going on. So that seems to really mellow it out. I'll be curious to see how this next batch turns out. I'll tell you that. But it won't be ready until probably like March. So.
Where's that one from, Shane?
Backbone, Indianapolis.
Why is it the best bourbon is coming out of like Indiana and that area?
It's just
for a long time, I think.
I think it's the culture. Yeah, the climate change has moved that line up a little bit north. I'll tell you the best MGPs that I've been getting, just straight bourbons, especially in that 7-year range, have come out of that Chicago, and they've been sitting in Chicago since they were 2 years old. So there's something to be said about that location and what their storage facility is doing to those barrels.
You get a lot of season change in Chicago.
Yep. And again, it's a lot of people equate it to heat. It's not heat directly. It's pressure, right? So it's pressure pushes the liquid into the wood, and then when you get the winter, then it contracts and then expresses it back in. So then you heat up again, you build up pressure, starts pushing in the wood again, and it contracts. So where in Chicago, where that facility is relatively low. So you see a lot of pressure changes, especially when that heat builds up in that northwest. You get the humid heat, which creates a lot of pressure. And that the building where these barrels are being stored is not temperature controlled. So real quick, I did post a link for Cheech's channel. You guys make sure you go over there. I think he's going to be kicking off here in about 3 minutes. I'm not trying to step on him, but I did want to let everybody know. Oh, the luckiest man in Whiskey Tube. But I did want to let everybody know.
Howdy.
Oh,
Thought I'd
Mark,
luckiest man in Whiskey Tube.
jump on for speaking of lucky, for a fresh pop.
Oh, look at that.
Thought
Oh,
I
you got
should
YouTube
Alright.
on. Can you turn YouTube off?
jump on for a speaking of lucky for a finish.
An amateur move. I gotta mute my YouTube.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, Steve Burkow, I freaking stumbled into a honey hole for sure. That's it. Number 3 of 15. So, Emmenecker, I would highly, it's fantastic by itself, but I would highly recommend at some point you do a side-by-side just so you can see the difference between the two, because it is kind of astonishing how different they are.
Was it more
Fruity.
or something?
The bottle's fruity. I don't know. Just popping it. We'll see.
Mark, have you ever entered a lotto or a drawing where you didn't win?
Oh, plenty.
Just curious. Asking for a friend.
Plenty.
All right, I'm curious to get your thoughts on that pour. Yeah, it's going to get you.
Spicy.
It's hot.
Well, I thought I was going to do this yesterday because yesterday was Friday and I had a bunch of ryes earlier in the night, but didn't get this far. Smells good.
Oh, we got another. Joe!
It's like hot coffee, right?
Joseph!
What's up, brothers?
What's up, Jarhead?
Nice.
Missed you today, Busey. Didn't even see you.
Earlier, by the way.
Yeah, I was there for a little bit.
You said, fuck you.
And I got up late.
Nah. Yeah, just
That's
happy, man. Had so many people come support and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yep. It was nice of you to say hey when you were in Oklahoma, by the way.
What's that? Oh,
was nice
hey,
of
no,
you.
I told you I was going to be there. I said, hey,
No,
I'll be
when?
there your day.
When?
I don't know what stream it was. I said, hey, I'm going to be there. See you at the restaurant.
I'm
buying you lunch. I'm buying you lunch. And you said, I don't know. I'll see my schedule.
Okay, I kind of remember that.
There you go. Memories. We all have bad memories. But I did say that to you.
Oh man, I forgot how much I like Pete.
What's up, Mark? Cheers, buddy.
Here's Adam.
Cheeks is live, guys. If you guys want to go over and
Thank you,
say
Steve.
hey.
Appreciate you, brother.
So it's similar to the other one, the old Dragon Bones that I had before.
The palate is what's different. There's more breadth across that palate. If you do a side by side, you'll see what I'm talking about. What are you drinking there, Joe?
It's a rubber ducky.
Okay, I like it.
Rubber ducky induced alcohol. Sponsored by
Show
Nancy
some
Reagan.
Dude, freaking Bubble Bath has a Glen? Holy shit.
No, Joe has a Glen.
No, I know Joe has a Glen, but Bubble Bath has a Glen. That's
Yeah.
legit, dude.
Yep.
He-
Joe's
Before,
Glen. That's
before
the
it was just a duck, but I asked him to make sure he put his name on there. As you can read it very clearly.
I
In
don't think that's a Glen.
he kind of, because he does it by hand, which makes it even more special. His blends, he does all by hand.
So,
pretty cool.
Steve Burkow, I'll say this. I personally love it at 115. And to get it to 115, that's 2 ounces of Dragon Bones, a half ounce of water. And that'll get you down to 115. That is right where I like it. I mean, I like it at full proof too, but if I'm going to sit there and really drink on it, it's going to be at 115.
You said 2 ounces?
2 ounces of whiskey, a half ounce of
Yeah.
water. We'll take it to 115.
Holy shit.
I'm drinking
Tim Evans, he can etch anything, and he can also wear anything, or by anything I mean nothing. That dude. I don't know if you've seen the pictures floating around there, but
Yeah, that was kind of scary.
The Bubble Bath Speedo is fastly
It looked more like a
approaching
diaper.
the secondary level on the
He's
on the
awesome. man.
eBay market.
Well, hey guys, I don't want to take away from Cheech. I'm going to shut the live down. If you guys want to hang out here, we can do that.
Yeah, man. Everybody jump over, support Cheech. For
Yep.
sure.
I'll put the link one more time.
Yep. I'll hit it,
Check
Cheech.
out Cheech.
Just wanted to open this on your stream, Shane. See you
Yep.
around.
You guys want to hang out here?
Cheers.
That's cool. We'll hang out in the background and we'll watch Cheech.
Cheers,
Cheers,
y'all.
everybody.
Thanks for joining.
Salud.